you, Diana Olick, with all the details here. As we look out, Dan, I'm just curious what your thoughts are in terms of the pain. We're protecting one class but inflicting pain on another, and in the end, it's all pain on the economy.
Yeah, I think you asked a great question, Mel, and it really is. We do have to balance a lot of this out. Obviously, we need to, there's been trillions of dollars thrown at the economic effects of this pandemic, and it does need to be equalized. We need to protect our most vulnerable citizens, and you know what? The CDC angle on that is fine, but you also need to protect those people who, have the loans on those businesses, and they face foreclosure too. So, listen, I think that we're going to need to see some more conversation on fiscal stimulus, because that's how this economic recovery gets derailed. You used the expression numerous times this spring. It's kind of a bridge to a vaccine. We don't have any visibility on that, so we're going to continue to need to kind of pump the fiscal, pumps here to keep things going.
It's a bridge that's getting longer by the day. I mean, to think that this moratorium goes through the end of the year, and that the perception is that it's needed till the end of the year, and yet this is a day where the S&P and the NASDAQ set new highs, Guy. Copper hit a 2-year high. MSCI World Index, all-time high. I mean, it's just amazing, sort of the dichotomy between what the markets are telegraphing and what the economy is.
Yeah, we've talked about that for a while, and that chasm continues to grow. To your point, it's interesting as I'm listening to Diana talking, what struck me was, what does this mean for banks, if anything? But, what I'll say, and I think Dan would probably agree with this, the banks have not, I'm stating the obvious, but they have not traded well. Look at Wells Fargo, for example, closed around 24. I think the March low was 22. And I got to tell you, with news like this, that March low becomes closer and closer in the crosshairs. So there are reasons to own banks. However, when you hear things like this, you have to wonder what the loan loss provisions are going to look like going forward. And I don't think it paints a particularly rosy picture, in my opinion.
All right.
More entertainment.
Reassist some late turnovers. We hear from Russ.
Hey, Russell, both Mike and James talked about turnovers being a huge key in this game. How do you look at that? What are some keys cleaning that all up for a winner-take-all game?
I just got to take care of it. Start with myself. Just trying to figure out rhythm and timing, but, figure out next game.
John from Vegas.
We know the Thunder have been very good in the last 5 minutes of close games all year. What's the key to being able to win those really tight games against them? Is it just making shots that missed today, or is there an execution thing that has to be better?
I think we're fine. We've been doing a good job of closing games out. Tonight we didn't close it out, but we're okay. Just get ready for the next one.
Tim McMahon.
Russ, how much of the struggles closing games out in this series is just that Chris Paul's on the other side?
What do you mean?
OKC was the best closing team in the league this year. Chris Paul's the best closer, when you look at the numbers this year. How much of this is just credit to the Thunder and Chris Paul for being able to close out close games?
A lot of the mistakes we made in close games have been on us, to be honest. Watching turnover on my part. Some turnovers. We had a turnover, I think, 2 games ago with Eric. So it's kind of been on us, to be completely honest. And that's a fix that we got to be able to do to close the game out.
And Mr. Shapiro. Michael. We'll go with Adam Wexler.
Russell, I know you've only been out there for games 5 and 6. Turnovers really had not been an issue for the team throughout the series until tonight. What did you think was different?
What was the end of it?
Adam, can you repeat the question?
Just what did you think? Yeah, you haven't really been an issue for the team throughout the series until tonight. What did you think was the difference tonight? Why so many on this game?
That's just my fault, honestly. That season. But last game I had 0. Tonight I had 7. You know. Simple as that.
Molly.
Hey, Russ, you talked about rhythm and timing. How far along do you feel you are since returning to point tree?
What do you mean?
Like, how far do you think you're, like 50%, 75% in terms of conditioning and, you know, your health?
I don't know, man.
Medina.
Hey, Russ, given the skill and experience both you and James have, how do you guys determine what the runners run in that?
Say it again.
Given the talent and experience you and James have, how do you guys determine what one's running in the offense versus the other in terms of setting up the play and the field?
Just depends. Depends on the matchups. Depends on how the game is going. Varies.
The last one, Brian Fairfield.
Russ, when will you find out if you'll be on a minute restriction for game 7 tonight?
I will be.
Thank you, Russell.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Russ, do you mind if I ask what's written on your shoe?
I didn't write nothing. The shoe comes like that.
Russell Westbrook obviously not too happy after the loss in Game 6 to head towards Game 7. As you see the brackets on the screen, Rockets, Thunder, to see that game.
Dead in the motherfucking hold the fuck is this shit? Oh, okay, nigga. I'm feeling that shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We about to swag this motherfucker. I swag that on the head. I need this shit. What about you, nigga? Remix, nigga.
Say I need it like a bitch. I need it bad as hell. Say I need it like a bitch. I need it bad as hell. Say I need it like some food, some water, and some air. Say I need it like a bitch. I need it bad as hell. Say I need it when I need it, like a pimp or a dealer, prostitute or stealer, like a smoker or a sniffer. Say I need it like a bitch. I need it bad as hell. Say I need it like a bitch. I need it bad as hell.
I'm like that boy from High, cause see I need money. I got pills, I got weed, so them tweakers coming. And if I'm down on my cash, I get it from your woman. I got a thumb through a check, cause see I love stunting. I ain't looking for the half, I want the whole 100. I need it bad, that's your ass trying to take it from me. Put that hand on your ass, playing with my money. It got a drum on that thing, it shoot a whole 100. I chase cash, not ass, cause them hoes coming. Me and Slugger ride clean, hustling, getting blunted. My bitch mad cause I fuck and I'm out the door. She steady screaming, we ain't heard, but bitch I need more. What time you coming back? Shit, I don't even know. My pack low, legs calling, so it's time to score. That shit be in and out, we get it out quick. And I'ma chase cash, cause I need that
Say
shit.
I need it like a bitch. I need it bad as hell. Say I need it like a bitch. I need it bad as hell. Say I need it like some food, some water, and some air. Say I need it like a bitch. I need it bad as hell. Say I need it when I need it, like a pimp or a dealer, prostitute or stealer, like a smoker or a sniffer. Say I need it like a bitch. I need it bad as hell. Say I need it like a bitch. I need it bad as hell. Say I need it like a sun gun. Pump my funds up. Get my York game right, like a Honda. I need it bad, like my back touching my stomach. Like a jacker or a pimp or silly woman. Like a stripper, strippers of the models. Infants on the bottle, like candy to a toddler. I'm obsessed with my dollars, like snorters catch a train. Smokers on that pipe, just like hookers sell that thing. Like dime to your name, I try you up the wall, like hormones kicking. I need to get one off, say I need it like a gambler or a landlord. Like she selling mouth and cat, but I ain't paying for it. I need some nicotine or my high bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Fell asleep at the intersection. Chest ball, be a Smith & Wesson. Catch a bullet like an interception. Take it down, ain't second guessing. Sandbar, make your head mumble. Sound off, make your head tumble. 4-5, make your head stumble. 100 rounds sound like thunder. The 100 round make your bang fumble. Pick it up, run it back, get my money back. Catch a bullet like a running back. Quarterback, you done this ain't got me 100 racks. Stuff from around the way. I'ma let that AK spray. I'ma put that bitch in your face. You know I claim way say. When the shot is blast, I shot his face. Put his ass in a body bag. No hesitation, no lollygag. Zip him up, take him out. Put his 80 down on my bank account. I'ma show your ass what you ain't about. Then next got me blanking out. Football got me laying out. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. I'm the boogie man from Jack Afghanistan. Yeah, good to play in a Jack Hoodie. Rob your ass in a black hoodie. Like a bulldog, I attack pussy. Yo, slave yard tryna bust blocks from the graveyard where we bust blocks. Kill cops, peel pop on the corner selling that real rock. I'm on footballs and bad bars. I done so soft and so hard. Calling shots like a line guard. Catch you slipping in the junkyard. I catch you whipping in the front yard. Reminiscing, I was in the kitchen, straight water whipping with your daughter drinking, sipping on my kitchen. I run up on you with the mask up on me in the macaroni, then make it dance like Tony. Hard head, straight on the shooter. I'm on the hooper. I'm down to shoot you. I'm down to do you. My pockets so swole like the bitch is spiritual. My eyes rolling back, I'm on Medusa. On Medusa. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player. Catch a bullet like a football player. Leaning like a football player.
More Entertainment.